Time to fly, time to fly. Sacred ray. Check 1, 2.
Pushing the pressure, make diamond body.
My soul is your gold. Give it to the soul.
Dangerous singing encore. Wanting more on the clouds. That's level up on the lifetime.
Am I in my right mind?
Let's go. Take the time. Yeah. To look inside. Yeah. Gonna fly.
As we travel. Oh, I'm ready this time. Got the moderator. Time to fly. Break out of the cage. Sacred rage. Level up. Higher realm, stay to be. Yeah.
As the angels sing, glory to the new. Winter soldier through the Cold War. It was cold, but that could pushing the pressure, make diamond body. My soul to drink gold, touch, push it to the soul. Dangerous singing encore, wanting more on the clouds. That's level up of a lifetime. Am I in my right mind? Let's go, take the time. Yeah. To look inside. Yeah, gonna fly.
As we travel through the sky.
Am I in my right mind? Let's go, take the time. Yeah. To look inside.
As we travel through the sky. Golden wings with a halo, golden eye. Listen, they attacked your mind. They attacked your money. I got people in here attacking me in the comments. Look at this. So much love. Even your hate. You could tell. Even your hate is love, bro. Yeah? He's trying to send things, but my shit's blocking him. Hide user from the channel. I shizzle. Goodbye. I'm excited. Straight up blocked. Who's next? I love it. Yeah, so you were supposed to break. Even stuff like that, bro. Even stuff like that. You were supposed to break, but you became the standard. They attacked the mind. They attacked your money. They have attacked connections in your fucking identity. But now they're starting to see the scapegoat has become the art gallery itself. They're starting to see that pressure produced a living authority that cannot be manufactured. And because you have centered yourself, because you actually have a spine, you can actually stand for something. You can hold your own space, your own authority, which is the only authority, which is sovereignty. Kind of a big deal. That's funny, bro. Not even 2 minutes in, someone says, "Shut up, bro. Shut up, bro."
You are not just watching. You are part of the signal.
Haha. Let's go.
Thank you for being here. Your presence matters. Interstate Neptune. My transmissions, music, videos, and living library are waiting inside Go Nova. Stay connected. You do not want to miss what is coming next.
Deep breathe with me, family. They run around with their heads cut off, baby.
Put on your headphones, tap like, share the signal,
Old
and follow the
buttons ain't
station.
working no more.
Watching a longer transmission, tap 2 times speed and ride the current. Stay with the signal.
Stay with it.
pause for a sovereign reset.
Take a deep breath for me.
Drop your shoulders. Unclench your jaw. Take one deep breath. You are safe inside the signal.
Yeah. They have attacked and tried everything, but you're still standing. Wow. Wow. Look at you. That's your power.
The ocean still remembers my
The buttons ain't working like they used to.
There you are. I'm home.
For our victory! Long live the realm!
Long live the sovereign! Oh, Nova.
Go Nova, become luminous.
Let me do a sound check again. Hold on. Sound check 1, 2. Okay, we working. Oh, look. Yo, we are making a scene. Keep going. Hello, beautiful soul star majesties, grand star rising, grand guardians. It's an honor, it really is. To the higher masters, harmonic light beings, solar architects, diamond gatekeepers, and blue ray keepers, central nodes of intelligence, protectors, guardians, big steppers, and every beautiful motherfucker who had to become their own foundation. They had to become their own foundation because life gave them absolutely no guarantee that somebody else was coming to hold them. I want to say come on in, because this one tonight, or this evening, is going to be different. And I do not want to make what happened beautiful just because something beautiful eventually came out of it. It was actually quite shitty. And some of that shit was very disgusting. Period. Some of us have went through seasons that attack damn near every layer of our existence at the same damn time. People try to attack your mind. They have gone as far as attacking your relationships and your connections. They have gone as far as touching your finances, your reputation, your opportunities, your sense of safety, your fucking self-worth. And the darkest part wasn't simply losing things. It was the accumulation, the pressure on top of pressure, questions on top of questions. One area destabilizes, you compensate, then another area gets hit, and you compensate again. They think this is a joke, bro. They think you struggling somehow, you make it, they don't think you're struggling. These people have no fucking heart, bro. Until eventually the pressure begins asking a human being once one of the most dangerous questions imaginable. Do you still believe your own life is worth fighting for? Do you still believe your life is still worth fighting for? And somehow, some fucking way, the answer is absolutely fucking yes. Yes. And now you're looking at the history from a different point in this corridor. This is the middle of the corridor. Come on. Oh yeah. Big step up.
She moved that body like a goddess. And if I had to be honest, to be loved by a goddess, I think I love it, I want it. Ooh, step into the room, big step up, make me roam. I'ma go Nova all night. You already know. know, child of the rose, the season of part 2. Rose from the mud station, direct center. The harmonic new bottom original from a realm above. Damn, who knew? Next level of emperor. I on look when I look at power. Young gods horizon. Promote fire, eternal flames. My heart invaded the fight to aid hypnotizer. Time to execute big step, make me moon flame and bite. Eternal hearts on for you, burning heat, rage out the cage. Never will I give all. Like what are you insane? Anybody can release, real ones sustain. Raising up the kundalini, beautiful pink bikini. Damn, lemons can't contain the will lift the gods. See loose of my bars, but you're really all. Whispering, keep going, baby, don't stop. Ooh, don't stop, eat the way, solid drip, heart throb, now stop, back to back, side to side, shake, Shakira on my mind, and 999999999, I go eat, overplay, erupt the plasma, feel so awake. She with that body like a goddess, who fat to be honest, the layers of the kisses in the body, ooh, please step and make it roll, no way, like boom, 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 boom. Step and make it roll. No I'm going over all like.
You already know.
Child of the rose, the season of part 2. Rose from the mud station, direct centered and harmonic new bottom original from a realm of
they know.
Next level up. Emperor, I on look when I look at power. Young gods horizon. Promote fire, eternal flames. My heart invaded.
It's okay. Be the foundation of your own legacy. Come on, Captain.
Big step, make me moon flame and bite. Eternal hearts on for you, burning heat, rage out the cage. Never will I give all. Like what are you insane? Anybody can release, real ones sustain. Raising up the kundalini, beautiful pink bikini. Damn, lemons can't contain the will lift the gods. See loose of my bars, but you're really all. Whispering, keep going, baby, don't stop. Ooh, don't stop, eat the way, solid drip, heart throb, now stop, back to back, side to side, shake, Shakira on my mind, and 999999999, I go eat, overplay, erupt the plasma, feel so away.
You're drinking your gold,
She
family.
with that body like a goddess, who fat to be honest, the layers of the kisses in the body. Ooh, don't stop, be stepping, make it roll.
You know, it's crazy because a lot of people ain't gonna have a problem with what you're actually talking about. They got a problem with your attitude. They got a problem with your atonement, your tone, your attitude. They got a problem with everything other than what the fuck is going on. That's the truth of the matter. Oh, we just getting started. We just getting started. Actually, we halfway through. And now we are looking at the history from a different point in the corridor. Why, Corey? Because this matters. Listen. Because we are not talking about this from the beginning of the story anymore. We are like halftime. We're in the locker rooms with our team and we're like, damn, bro. These motherfuckers, this is what we have. We are in Virgo season now, and we have crossed Leo, that we have crossed the 8-8 peak. Yeah, remember that peak? Yeah, look at me, I'm here. Whoop whoop. Now through the solar eclipse, now we've entered the corridor. We have reached the stage where information started surfacing. Then Virgo came in and began separating the pattern from your identity. The pattern from the identity. You have to be able to do this as a steward. You have to be able to do this as the CEO of your cymatic. There are going to be things that reveal themselves to inform you. They're not going to reveal themselves for you to lose yourself. People are waiting for you to crash out and lose yourself. Do you understand how fucking demonic it is, bro? Listen, anointed one, chosen one. You didn't react. You didn't crash out. You are self-sustaining. You have an inner government. Do you understand how powerful that is for a computer? Do you understand? Mira, ¿qué pasó? You should be proud of yourself. And we have reached the stage where information is surfacing. And for some of us, believe it or not, we integrated a lot of this earlier. But even more information could be surfacing. Then Virgo came in and began separating this fucking pattern from your own identity, which is amazing, because they can't use the same 1,000-year technique on you. That's all they had. They can't create. You became a new template they can't mimic. When you spend your whole life... Hold on. When you spend your whole life mimicking somebody, when you spend your whole life duplicating somebody, and then the original being evolves, there's a humongous cognitive dissonance gap There's a huge, humongous one because now they have to reorientate. They have to must have been channeling. That's what's happening. Hold on, let me do a sound check real quick because that was intense, family. Sound check 1, 2. Alright, we here. Listen, when people clone people, when you even clone your own intelligence with this AI, when people clone people and the original signal changes, they can't distinguish pattern from identity anymore. Not everybody has that structure. Cook, Corey, cook. Then Virgo came in and began separating pattern from identity. Then the investigation started to open. The evidence started getting cleaner. Because why? Because your inner state of being became cleaner, clearer. Crystal kind of clear. The compass moved before the map did, and now the landscape itself is beginning to answer the new coordinates. See, a lot of you moved off and now screaming. That inner child is the galactic center. It's the throne room of God, they call it. It's the galactic center. And now, so when we revisit what happened, you're not revisiting it to put you back inside the wound. We are looking at it from the position of the steward who survived long enough to finally study what the pressure produced. And some of what is produced is extraordinary. You are extraordinary. That's I don't know what the definition is so literally, but it seems like it's extraordinary. It's a little more than ordinary. Get used to it. I'm always too much, not enough. For instance, they expected pressure. They expected chaos. They expected you to become reactive, unstable, reckless, desperate, self-destructive. They expected enough pressure would eventually create the moment where you destroy the very life nobody else could successfully destroy for you. That is how prolonged destabilization works. Get the person tired enough, confused enough, isolated enough, financially pressured enough, emotionally exhausted enough, questioning themselves enough. Eventually, perhaps, they become their own demolition crew. They have done all these scenarios. I know for me, I can't speak for you. That you would get tired enough, fucking confused enough, emotionally exhausted, financially wrecked. They've touched all these things, bro. It becomes a beautiful story, but it's bullshit. It's disgusting. Inhumane. They thought you would self-destruct even when they gave you space. They thought you would crawl back. But look at what happened. During all this pressure, you got quieter. Somehow you got sharper. You became more sophisticated, more disciplined, more observant. You became more difficult to rush. In fact, it's almost like you slowed down on purpose. These oppositions are looking at you like, what the fuck? More discipline, baby. More spiritually rooted. You had to reroot yourself. You had to reroot yourself. You had to become more selective with information. More aware of where your attention goes. More capable of allowing this incomplete bullshit situation to reveal themselves before you react. You became more difficult to manipulate through urgency. That was not an expected outcome. What I'm doing right now, for me in my life, was not expected. I am not what people, environmental people that are experiencing me in the government expected. You're not the, yeah. because you got a soul. That was not expected. This is why this stage of the corridor feels so different. The same inputs do not create the same outputs anymore. A lot of you are realizing the old buttons still exist, but they are not connected to the same nervous system. And I'm not 21 at the time. I'm not talking about just buttons like somebody outside of you is doing, which they are doing that. I'm talking about buttons even for yourself. Pressure did not only fail to destroy you, it participated in your education. You are very educated, like real life educated. You're starting to get even more intelligent, wise. This all came through experience. You had to learn, devote, discipline, show up. Every obstacle made you study yourself like damn. Every betrayal sharpened your discernment. Every closed door forced another route, and every season without support taught infrastructure. Every period of scarcity made you think differently about resources. And every attempt to make you question yourself forced you into a deeper relationship with your own perception. Ain't that some fuckery, bro? Some people are mad that you got a connection with yourself. They're mad that you show up and that you're about. It ain't about them, fuck them, but it is true. Every season where you had to stand without applause showed you whether your conviction had roots, and a lot of you, like I fucking said, had to reroot yourself. Every period of isolation taught you the difference between solitude and abandonment. Solitude and abandonment. Ain't that the truth? Every false accusation taught you not to construct identity out of another person's description of you. They can go kiss your ass. In fact, let me know now so I can block you. That's some of y'all energy. It's a little different than wandering. Every collapse taught you what could actually carry weight, and eventually the pressure stopped being only an enemy. Pressure became data. And that is Virgo, not romanticizing suffering, extracting information from the scene. Someone comes up with some fucking disrespectful. You're looking at trauma as data. You're looking at, ooh, pain. You sit in pain and not identify it, but you're like, what is this pain? You literally sit there while they're fucking shooting you with fucking energetic weapons at night. You're able to go through handlers. You're able to go through situations, maybe even your own self, and sit there and extract information from the scene. Motherfucker, that didn't build you your coffin. They didn't build your coffin. They accidentally built your training ground. You are a big stepper. That's powerful. You're able to say, ow, I stubbed my toe, something's out of alignment, and not lose yourself. You feel me? You're able to go through both poles. I want to play a song. I played this song yesterday and I loved it. Now the harvest is showing you what training produced.
I'm just here waiting patiently.
Yeah.
My beauty, I could bear as you are. My shooting star, my beauty queen. Ain't nothing gonna keep me from you. You feel me? Cosmos, the galaxy, body on body, yeah. Ecstasy, every touch. Oh, let's get it. I'm feeling fire. I'm calling no angels, bring me my journey. Golden wings, that's the higher. Sacred flames, I'm building empires. I'm feeling fire. I'm calling no angels, bring me my journey. Golden wings, that's the higher. Sacred flames, I'm building empires. Oh my God, these feelings I can't explain. Feeling fire, sacred flame, got these emotions. Yeah. You can be mine, I can be literally mine. Golden wings, that's the higher. Sacred flames, I'm building empires. I'm feeling
Putting out fires and shit. Hey, hey, hey.
I'm calling no angels, bring me my journey. Golden wings, that's the higher. Sacred flames, I can't explain. Feeling like the fire, sacred flame. Got this emotion, I can't contain. Ancestors feeling low, the drums on the brain. Alchemy, middle eye, golden eye, sweat to the old by the sides. Chapter timelines, golden eye.
Sick energy is real. Hey, feeling it.
Welcome, Victor. I can tell I'm breaking the mold. You know how I know I'm breaking the mold? Because information has been revealing, and it hasn't been always pretty. But I can tell you what, I didn't always lose myself, though. Today I had to block 2 people and want to be about. You're gonna see everything be revealed and bullshit. Now the average person probably wouldn't give a fuck about some of the shit I talk about, but I'm very sensitive. That doesn't make me weak. I had to learn to develop myself and not lose my shit and everything. It took strength. It took character. That's what's being revealed during this time. Okay? And thank God you have an inner state of being, because now you're able to stand on your own. I don't need people. I'll do this shit myself. Fuck it. That's what's being revealed. That's what's being revealed. Greater is He that is in you is what's being revealed. And now the harvest is showing what the training has produced. Hold on, let me see if this is working, because it is saying that transmission is unstable. She said, I'm a big girl now, Ashe. You are what you are, Ashizzle. Big, little, it don't matter. You're that motherfucker. Period. Okay, and now the harvest is showing what the training has produced, because harvest is not merely abundance. Please hear me. Actually, I'm not saying please, but you'd be wise to listen. Harvest is evidence of what grew and what survived and what developed roots, what became stronger under weather and what turned out to be hollow, and what required too much artificial support. It is not simply recognition. It is not somebody finally apologizing. Part of the harvest is the capacity. I'll tell you right fucking now, I'm not perfect, bro. Those that know me know I would have crashed out on some dumbass motherfuckers doing some dumbass shit in the comments, bro. That's not because, ooh, I'm cool. No, that's weak character, Corey. You gotta be stronger than that, bro. You gotta have capacity, bro. Harvest comes in many ways, bro. Look at you now. You can sit inside uncertainty longer. It don't matter. You can recover faster. You can recognize when an environment is no longer capable and compatible without immediately demonizing everyone inside it. You can feel intensity without automatically. You're able to feel it, observe it, document. Kind of a big deal. Yeah. You also got people who are rooting for you that can't be fully exposed yet. You're the shit. You're also leading this. You can hear criticism without surrendering your identity. Some of us been through family, bitch. We've been through a small community that raised us. We've been through religious trauma. What the fuck are you gonna do, bro? We've been out, like, for real, bro. We had to develop this within ourselves. You can love without needing unlimited access. You can say no without collapsing into guilt. And you can say yes without immediately wondering whether you made yourself too available. That is harvest, baby. The person carrying the harvest became larger. Harvest is a big deal. It shows a lot, bro. As a farmer, some of that fucking harvest and abundance is not going into your belly. You understand me, asshole? Sometimes it needs to circulate. It's not just consumption. This is what I mean. Abundance ain't just consuming. Abundance is having the intelligence to circulate it, to wield it, to have integrity. Yeah, I'm talking to planetary fucking leaders right now. A harvest isn't just, ooh, I got food in my belly. A harvest, as someone who does this for eons, for cycles and cycles, we look at it more than just, ooh, what's going in my belly right now. We look more than just, ooh, my feelings. We have a greater love. So that greater love needs to be organized. It needs to be stewarded. I could feel the collective right now. I could feel the void right now. Greater is he that is in you, that inner authority. Stay true. Moses, Ruth, Joseph. I'm not a Bible thumper. Those are ancient stories. They're not powerful because those people had convenient lives. They carry weight because identity survived conditions that contradicted the promise. I know that to be true. You got people who have a good day when they know I'm not where I said I would be. Isn't that crazy? Alyssa hit it first, bro. She said it greatly, bro. She said family was the first Hunger Games for some of us. Like, I'm trying to tell you, dude. You contradict your environment. You didn't come out the way people thought you would, bro. And what do people do when they don't know? Well, that I can't answer you. A lot of people react different. Not many respond, but a lot of people react differently. And these ancient stories of Moses, Ruth, Joseph, they carry weight because identity survived conditions. Still surviving conditions that contradict even what I'm talking about. Some of us are builders for the future. They were deserts. We were exiled, misunderstood. Separation was crazy. Waiting. Many consequences. Years where the external scenery looked nothing like the internal knowing. That's the energy. Not look at me, I'm special. I don't give a fuck. 34 on the time. Look at what had to be developed for me to remain standing. That is totally different, asshole. I look 34:43. Like, I'm seeing synchronicities, bro. That's crazy. And in this corridor, the difference matters because the planetary steward is no longer trying to convince the old world that they are authorized. The internal coordinates moved and the center became established. Now the outer architecture is being measured against it. That is living authority. You are living authority. You carry the forces of nature. You are organized like crystal. That's why it's important for a lot of you to go walking. No, I won't chill. I'm going to tell you, you became the law. You became the law, and you kept waiting to see represented. Not law in the sense that every opinion you have becomes universal truth. I'm talking about internal law. I'm talking about the standard. I'm talking about your structure. I'm talking about a principle that remained operational under pressure. I'm talking about you stopped waiting for somebody else to demonstrate self-respect before you practiced it. You stopped waiting for the perfect conditions before you developed discipline. You stopped waiting for everybody to acknowledge the work before you took work seriously. You stopped asking the environment for permission to know what you know about yourself. And that's when something shifted. You became the standard. Do you hear me, family? You became the standard. That don't mean ooh feelings. You became the example. You became the evidence. You became an internal establishment. And this connects directly to what we have been calling the yellow galactic center, the gold. Alyssa, I just made you a moderator. I gotta get Casey too. I'm more available than I ever been. I'm more capable. I'm more present. I don't care anymore. In the sense where I made up in my mind and I established already within myself. I just gotta show up now. I gotta keep showing up. I gotta be a man of my word. Be true. Be disciplined. If that means showing up 3 times for 30 minutes, that's the least I can do. You got people who work. Listen, my old job, I know you don't care, but for those days, it was 10-hour days, but they always promised overtime. Did I tell you it was mandated? They had to bring me in the office every day. I left an hour early or even called in. This is part of me telling my story, not even to local reality, but so it could be documented as evidence. Cause I don't talk about this shit. And they would write me up if I didn't. I felt very trapped. One day, years ago, it was a government job, a federal job, and I left. And then I began that yellow brick road, the Galactic Center. I'm telling you fucking why I'm so sensitive about this shit, bro. To find my own inner knowing, my own yellow galactic center, my own soul, my own signal, my own stable center, the place within the system that no longer needs to run around the circumference of begging everything else to behave correctly. But I tell you what my center holds. And because of that, relationships around the center have to change. And that is real authority. Not domination. But you got real gravity, real pull, real repel, real magnetism. You're magnetic, you're electric. And these currents are not fighting each other anymore. In fact, they're making love. They're circulating. You're showing that very well. Some of us, we didn't react. We still haven't reacted. But we're okay with sitting with ourselves. And the field is fertile. What I'm saying is there's potential. You could be productive. But right now it's not so much calling for you to be productive. It's calling for you to stay centered while the universe, relationships in your network, your next harmonic, is meeting you in the sky. You don't have to force it, but trust it. Let's play some music. You got your own groove, Emperor. Don't listen to nobody. Don't regulate yourself off no motherfucker, bro. If you want to show it, don't feel guilty or shame. Keep showing up, bro. Put them both in their mouth. I don't care anymore, bro. That's that oversoul. Don't gauge yourself off of nobody. If you feel like innately you need to do something, do it. If you need to stop, then stop.
Echo in the cosmic light, calling on my guardian, awaken the heart, it has an art, river,
Feels good, Alyssa, right? Your star power.
Lions all on the crawl, like coach bringing them down, heaven on earth, so star be on the crown, take it off in the sky is the limit, after critics I'm staying true, I am living, it gets been given, rise to dead, divine intervention for those that need it, healing, keep blowing over, want me to be on the reason, archangels anchor the cosmic language, supersonic, ether tonic, hypnotic, harmonic, hyperspeed, solid drip all over my body, to feel the ecstasy, you know you want it, now it's time to rise, the spirit in the cosmic light, calling on my guardian, awaken the heart, it has an art, divine, come alive, staying high, golden wings, like the golden eye, calling on my guardian, awaken the heart, it has an art, reason so star, majesty, let your light shine, most high, mighty hero, let it out, lions all on the crawl, like coach bringing them down, heaven on earth, so star be on the crown, take it off in the sky, the limit, after critics I'm staying true, I am living, it's been given, rise to dead, divine intervention for those that need it, you will keep going, echo in the cosmic light, calling on my guardian, awaken the heart, it has an art, divine, come alive, staying high, golden wings with the golden eye.
And now, listen, you're the muse, bro. And now the art gallery is starting to make more sense because eventually you realize something almost ridiculous. You thought you were creating the exhibit. Motherfucker, you are the exhibit. You are the fucking exhibit. You are. I can't speak for you. I know I am. That's different. I'm already walking in that motherfucker. I'm letting you know. You are the exhibit, baby. You understand? A lot of you are the new. Some of you are getting bigger, better, and stronger. And some of the stuff is just you need daily mana. Some of the stuff is you need to walk outside. Some of the stuff is you need to run your mouth, bump your gums, show up. Some of the stuff is you ready to create. Some of it is fucking be patient while the bride is coming, bro. Let the universe work. It's not work as what we think work. It's a dance, bro. The field is very fertile. The question is, are you capable? Are you available? Baby, baby. Alyssa says, I'm super excited about my new business. Oh my God. She says, I'm not good at chill now. But at least listen, you're pushing it somewhere. That is, hold on. Oh, first of all, listen to yourself. I do run my mouth. I bump my gums. But first and foremost, listen to yourself. But the fact that you're doing something that is bringing a regenesis, it's bringing circuitry, it's bringing a circle. You got consumers. I feel like that's going to bring a reward. The question is, can you be of integrity? Now the question is something different. Can you sustain it? Because right now it could be a seed, but there's going to be times where you know. This is very deep for me, bro. Because I do coding. I went through a whole period. People could tell you, expect fucking issues, bro. It's part, because you got to be able to look at it as information and not lose yourself, or you're gonna fucking lose yourself. Because right now your dream is so intimate, it's still connected to you. That's why it's also good to. People say don't tell nobody, but what happened if your will is greater? What happens if your will is greater? So I ain't gonna, my thing is I don't give a fuck, bro. Just be real. I tell people, sometimes people say that's bad, some people say, you know, I say I don't give a fuck. My will is greater. My will is greater. But at the same time, don't listen. That doesn't mean Uncle Corey told you to go tell everybody everything, okay? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. She said, I'm trying to start an empire. Ashe, run it. That empire comes naturally when you're centered within yourself. When you establish within yourself. When you're operating on an oversoul. She said, mine is divine. Ashe, that's goals. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Anyways, you're the fucking exhibit. Your music is part of it, and your language is part of it. Your strange imagination, your discipline, your decisions, your scars, your humor, your sensitivity, your hands, your ability to walk into disorder and immediately sense where the structure is off. Your ability to take something invisible and translate it into something another human being can feel. That is the gallery. And people can hear it, bro. They can see it, feel it, touch it, taste it. Because creation is organized internally, information entering matter. That's exactly what the planetary harmonics are all about. The gold establishes the original signal. Hello, that gold, you on your throne. Yeah. The blue harmonic is the field that allows that signal to enter a relationship. And this is what Alyssa, me, you, and a lot of other of us are getting together as planetary stewards. We're learning how to steward our light, how to circulate it, how to broadcast, how to connect. While not eating each other. While, being established within ourselves and connected as a network. We don't want another shadow community, so we had to establish. Hello? Anyways, and art is one of the ways a coherent node begins transmitting without forcing anybody to become identical to it. Your art says this is what the world looks like from the coordinate. And another node recognizes it, that's called network. The blue harmonics are not built by copying you. This matters now. I'm telling you, through your own unique, ooh, daddy, whatever that is for you. The museum doesn't need everybody to become the painting. The painting creates recognition. Somebody hears the song and remembers their own signal. Somebody hears you speak and finally gets language for something they have felt for years. Somebody watches your discipline and begins taking their own gift very seriously. Somebody sees you survive something and realizes they may have survived theirs. That is a true harmonic transmission. Not worship, not imitation. That's weird. You understand how weird that is? That's fucking weird, bro. Activation through recognition. Okay? some of you are being recognized, and through that recognition, they're getting activated. Ooh, let them cook, daddy, cook. The new network doesn't need 1,000 copies of one central personality. It needs coherent larger. That is what your gallery contributes to. And the wildest part is that you have been giving pieces of the gallery away for free. For free. Your wisdom, your attention, your emotional labor, your creativity, your time, your ideas, your ability to make people see more clearly, your ability to stabilize an environment. And some people still don't recognize what's standing in fucking front of them. Fine. And that's information too. You know, when I said emotional labor, instantly my mind went into someone going into labor and bringing it in. Some of you fucking been emotional labor for the fucking, like sister said, your whole family, the first Hunger Games. Had to reroute, go through that ancestral shit. Alyssa said it, I just figured out that I'm the sauce. You are the sauce. That's where the fucking power is. Not fighting each other, not competing. I got people who coming in and out. They're not stable in themselves. So they got limp dick energy. They don't got a nervous system. They get lost. Instead, they don't have the intelligence to realize we can connect. We can all be whatever. We can all be these musketeers. We all can be royal established. The fuck? That is the great separation. The fact that you have the ability to stabilize your environment. And some people still couldn't recognize what is standing in front of them. That's information too. The museum actual equipment. Not everybody has the oculars. It became crystal clear. Clarity. Crystalline structure. Now you're being recognized by the universe. Oh, let him cook. Let him cook. Baby got the glow, got the juice. Divine looks good on you. Primordial Dragon released out the cage. 5 feet and beyond.
Ooh, damn, Primordial Dragon released out the cage. Insane in the membrane, I'm shifting the phase. Spirit moving local like a rails on a train. Full throttle to pressure, can't shackle my brain. I'm a freak on the beat, go berserk when I rage. Sacred alignment when I step on stage. For what it's worth, yeah, I try to explain, but I'm never too late. Just moving out of the range. Step, stomp the yard, feel the world shake. Eyes on me, heavy, got them watching my wake. They can stare, they can talk, but they can never relate. All the shadow talking, no spine, no way. Shut the fuck up, I don't do well with the fake ones stay. Energy is so off, oh my god, clear the space. Long gone days, sit and play. Now it's go Nova flow, I'm out the cage. Nova, over soul blast. And them gets too cold, I remain solid realms. Now the system is on, done. Frozen, chosen, still I glide. Slow, steady, motion with the cosmic tide. Echo, slow motion, ripple through the time. Young Neptune, dive deep, pressure is divine. Ooh, damn, Primordial Dragon released out the cage. Insane in the membrane, I'm shifting the phase. Spirit moving local like a rails on a train. Full throttle to pressure, can't shackle my brain. I'm a freak on the beat, go berserk when I rage. Sacred alignment when I step on stage. For what it's worth, yeah, I try to explain, but I'm never too late. Just moving out of the ray. Energy is so off, oh my god, clear the space. Long gone days, sit and play. Now it's go Nova flow, I'm out the cage. Nova, over soul blast. I'm moving like a solar flare, burning too fast. Light codes loading and I'm back. 2.0 system, no drip, staying on track. Hyper speed, guardian, planetary road, trying to slow me down. That's out of control. Don't make me laugh. I've been
I want to make Casey.
While they stuck in loops, I evolve and I grow. First speed, last when the truth unfolds.
Before I forget. Authenticity wins, bro. You are the juice. You literally burn them. Some of you are learning how to temper, steward your space, steward your atmosphere. Sometimes you gotta G-check a demon, bro. Body slam his ass. Remind them. Put a foot in their ass.
Nova, what's happening? Energy, what's happening? crackling, blasting, touchdown like goes out.
I remember you.
I am the living rolling with the soldier. Couldn't catch me if you tried, was lost in.
I just got a message. People were trying to attack you. They realized that you've already died numerous times. This is your last incarnation. Now, this all just came in. So what they used to attack, now they're trying to protect you. They're trying to protect you. Don't give me a couple days. I'm gonna digest that. I'm gonna metabolize that.
No jump, electric slide.
Whoop whoop.
No one know what's happening. Energy was happening. Rainbow hue light up the sky, crackling, blasting, touchdown like goes out.
Energy activation. Dragon awakening. Come on.
Couldn't catch me if you tried, was lost in go. Had to climb, no jump, electric slide. Now my soul is drill halo eye.
Yes, that's exactly what I was talking about. Literally.
Magnificent seven, golden eye like golden vine savage. Journal play, passion awaken, the inner dragon. I'm a freaking freak, big step, I'ma make it happen. Pull it like 11, put some early altered states, many fragments in me. Yes, the same person, cosmic mirror, divine love within us. We're searching, seeking, found the elixir. Now I'm back in action, level up, old version 44. Rise to golden surfer, young Neptune, cosmic, now local. In and out of portals, guardian of the nine. Will give the
watch how we do it with grace, love.
All rise to the central sun that coincide. We ain't separate, don't be stupid. Wake up now, is the time. Go Nova, damn, can you feel emerald diamonds light up the sky? Can you feel the core?
Watch how you do it with beauty and grace. People haven't seen real power. Real power is not control. Real power is sovereignty.
Heart come alive, energy was happening. Rainbow hue light up the sky, crackling, blasting, touchdown like goes zapping, energy come alive. I am the living rolling with the soldier. Couldn't catch me if you tried, was lost in go. Had to climb, no jump, electric slide. Now my soul is drill halo eye over it, you run the momentum over side.
Go Nova, baby, you see it? Go Nova now. Go Nova. I'm there, I speak life. Go Nova.
Dragon, I'm a freaking freak, big step, I'ma make it happen. Pull
We are
it
home.
back and let him put some early altered states, many fragments in me. Yes, the same person, cosmic mirror, divine love within us. We're searching, seeking, found the elixir. Now I'm back in action, level up, whole new version 44. Rise to golden surfer, young Neptune, cosmic, now local. In and out of portals, guardian of the nine. Will gift of the gods, raise the golden curtains.
Fear nothing.
Before the throne, there was the journey. Now, there is the sound.
You don't escape fear, but you respond to it different. Don't be afraid. Don't be centered. Stay. Let me focus, bro, because we already an hour into it, bro. But look how, like, awesome you came out. Like, damn daddy. Okay. Yeah, not everyone has the same perceptual ability. Some people lack the equipment. They lack the intelligence. I'm not being rude. I'm being real. So when it comes to recognition, the universe recognizes you, and that's all that matters. Shade, period. She said, now stop playing, you know, I'd be scared of my shadow. I know, but it's a relationship. Integrate with it. Because sometimes you're going to need it. But being able to oscillate, to hold a universe. We're not talking about just holding... We're talking about holding a whole universe. You got to be able to oscillate. That's why I'm like, I'm more about harmony than I am about team light. I'm about whatever's necessary to get universal laws established. And I'm not against either of that. I think it's beautiful. I think it should be like that. I'm just saying my shit. I'm just trying to say we shouldn't fear shadow, and I know you didn't mean it like, ooh, I'm afraid, but just the fact that kind of unknown, integrate with it. Not that you even asked for my opinion, but when you're able to look at this stuff not so much as your identity, when you're able to look at it as information, it's a whole different fucking world, bro. Because your shadow was there for father for that, but I'm realizing I recognize what you're saying, and I don't want to seem like because I take little things and I expand the fuck out of shit. My bad. I'm listening to you. Then you start to realize why some of the things you do is not really in reason. It's a non-local intelligence. You start to realize, oh, it's liberation. Who gets the finished work? Who gets an introduction at the door and nothing more? That isn't arrogance. That is architecture. Because this was not overnight. That's what people don't fucking comprehend. They don't fucking get it. When they see a blossom, they don't understand there was mad roots. While motherfuckers were sleeping, you were awake. Pitch black outside, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, nobody clapping, nobody promising this would work, nobody assuring you that the next door would open, and you're still there, working, learning, creating, rebuilding, researching, practicing, speaking life into existence that sometimes gave you very little visible evidence to work with. That's an omega. You start listening to your heart coherence, non-local intelligence. You may not have the words for it yet. It might be just an unction. It might just be a conviction. It might just be your heart. It might just be your inner child. It might just be your signal calling you home. The bride's coming home. The return is so beautiful. Speaking life into existence that sometimes gave you very little visible evidence to work with. Some nights the only evidence you had was that something in you kept refusing to die. That's it. And you worked with that. Refuse or death for me, bro. And you worked with that. A spark, a sentence, an ideal, a rhythm, a little faith, a little anger, a little audacity, a little fuck this, I'm not going out like that. And apparently that was enough, because here you are. That is why your foundation feels different now. You didn't download confidence from a motivational video. You've built evidence. You've built work ethics. You have built spiritual relationship. You've built pattern recognition. You built recovery. You've built enough internal history with yourself to know. I have seen me and I came back before. That matters. So when difficulty arrives now, you don't necessarily interpret difficulty as doom. Virgo looks at difficulty and asks, what is the variable? What changed? What needs attention? Pisces says, what needs release? The steward asks, what belongs to my hand? And then the center moves accordingly. That is very different from every inconvenience becoming an external emergency. Big stepper. Like I said, you're able to interpret information and organize it. Like a fucking crystal. You're able to see all this fucking chaos and boom, 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 boom. Like very quick. You see the nucleus and the origin. That's also a reason why you should go outside. That's why people can look at you and wonder why the fuck you haven't quit. Why aren't you cracking? Why aren't you imploding on yourself? Why aren't you boiling point yet? How many final straws can one motherfucker possibly have? And yet, there you are. There you are. You showed up. Say what you will, there you are. You know what we call this? We call this foundational. You're a foundational being. Some people are starting to realize that. Because you're still moving, still creating, still thinking, learning, adapting. You're still fine as hell. You're still laughing. You're still capable of tenderness. you're still capable of imagining something greater. And that last part is crucial, because surviving is not the miracle. Surviving without making survival your entire identity is. That's why the investigation that Virgo opened matters. We are separating the patterns from your identity. This is your soul return, and I refuse to chill. Does that mean war must become home? Because you had to be a warrior? People dragging your name through the mud. Recruiting others. Weaponizing narratives around mental instability. Corrupt officials. Surveillance. Investigations. Phones being tapped or even cloned. Identity theft. Unknown legal activity. Financial exploitation. Coordinated harassment, kind of like what I did the last 2 lives I got attacked. It was very precise. You could tell by their logos and how they and stuff. Coordinated harassment. You see how I'm able to pattern recognize like that? Attempts to have somebody institutionalized or incarcerated. Those are not small claims. And this is exactly where the mature planetary steward must remain more grounded than the accusations. If anything like that exists materially, then evidence matters, dates matters, documents matters, account records, case numbers, device logs, witness, actual legal correspondence, qualified technician review, and legitimate legal channels, facts, not panic, not institutions masquerading as proof. Not treating every strange occurrence as confirmation. And this is actually consistent with where Virgo has brought us. The investigation remains active until the evidence can support the conclusion. That's strength. Truth does not need you to deregulate. Remember that. If truth is what you want, remain coherent enough to receive truth, even if corrects your current interpretation. And most importantly, know the difference between I feel something is wrong and I can demonstrate what happened. Both may deserve attention. They are not the same category. This is planetary intelligence does not become less spiritual because it respects categories of evidence. It becomes harder to manipulate. A lot of you, listen, I'm telling you right now, we don't need to defend truth, you need to live it. Because you know what? You have to know that the field is intelligent. What I'm saying is don't investigate so much into other affairs, but when it does arrive there, you're going to be capable, available, and ready to give an execution and judgment. Because the whole point was to make your question your own perception. That's the psychological brutality underneath these allegations. If somebody can destabilize your sense of reality badly enough, they may not need to defeat you directly. You become unable to organize around yourself. That is why coherence is such a massive theme in this timeline. The yellow center, internal authority, the station, the nervous system, the ability to remain inside your own perception without becoming rigid. You don't automatically believe everything. You don't automatically dismiss everything, but you do investigate. You remain open, and you calibrate, and you preserve the right to say, I don't know yet. That is far more powerful than forcing certainty, because uncertainty scares you. A lot of you, I'll be real with you, look up at some things that may have scarred the F out you, and you're not consumed like you used to. You're able to document information, collect the information. Powerful, and you cannot try to stop somebody's harvest and then show up asking for a plate. Are you fucking serious? Come on now. There is no fucking way. You don't get to sabotage the bakery then try to benefit from their collapse. History alone does not automatically entitle them to the fruit once the tree is. And Virgo understands that perfectly. Clocked it. The harvest is sorted. Who helped plant? Who watered? Who brought the poison? Who showed up after the fruit appeared? And who contributed? Who consumed? Who supported the soil? Who only liked the harvest? That is not bitterness, my friends. That is accounting. And accounting is part of the justice. Saturn's in retrograde, right? Measurement, accounting. Which brings us to another major current in this message, that justice, not revenge. Those are two different. They're not interchangeable. Revenge says, I need your pain to regulate mine. Justice says, put things back where they belong. Truth, where lies were placed. Ownership, where theft occurred. Accountability, where power was abused. Restitution, where actual loss can be established. Freedom, where coercion existed. Credit, where contribution was erased. Boundaries, where access was misused. Consequences, where conduct generally warrants it. And sometimes justice looks positive. Recognition finally meeting substance. A creator being paid correctly. A person receiving their name back. A family pattern ending with one generation. Somebody being believed because documentation finally catches up. A structure correcting itself. A steward accurately recognizing their own value. Good judgment is justice too. And I'm trying to tell you, the field is intelligent, and the field is still issuing receipts. That's big. That's a big part in this entire corridor. Not cosmic revenge receipts, but cause and effect receipts. What did the structure produce? What did the relationship produce? What did the decisions produce? What did somebody repeatedly dishonest produce? What did your healing produce? What did your years of craft produce? Virgo reads receipts. Do you hear me? Oh boy, clock it. A lot of us, the universe has been watching, the field's been watching. It has receipts. Confirmation. In the coming Pisces current may dissolve. Whatever emotional attachment remains to the transaction once the information is understood. That is extraordinary pairing taken us. You do not have to become the judge, jury, and the executioner. You have a different assignment now. Stay standing long enough for the truth to have somewhere to land. Keeping your hands clean. Keep your center, keep your records, keep your buildings. Let legitimate wrongdoing meet legitimate accountability. Let institutions answer where institutions have jurisdictions. Let consequences belong to the person who created them, and do not spend your entire fucking future staring backwards waiting to see whether somebody else's receipt printed correctly. Because if they still occupy that much of your attention, they still own too much property in the gallery. Evict that shit. Your life is becoming too expensive for an old opposition to keep getting premium wall space. And yes, spirituality talks about protection. You are protected. Ancestors. Old school fire standing somewhere in the lineage saying, you thought you were going to play with my baby. Not because we need to spend tonight imagining invisible relatives attacking everybody who ever irritated you, but that reduces the symbol. Ancestral protection can also mean you did not begin with yourself. Somebody survived before you. Somebody carried knowledge. Somebody endured a condition you may never fully know. Somebody protected a child. Somebody crossed a border. Someone stayed alive through poverty. Somebody taught a skill, and somebody prayed. Somebody told a story. Somebody refuses to surrender. And eventually, the life reached you. You are standing on accumulated survival. That's lineage. So carry the fire intelligently. Let your ancestors make you courageous, not paranoid. Let the Most High make you steady, not reckless. Let spirituality deepen your discernment, not replace reality testing. Because this is not a season of more war. This is important. Considering where we are in this corridor, you already know how to fight. You've demonstrated that. You already know how to survive the dark. You know how to become sharp under pressure. But Virgo season is asking something more sophisticated. What do you do with the energy in the battle is not the center of your identity anymore. Where does that force go now? Does it go into your craft, health, into your money, into your structure, or like Alyssa said, into her business, into better systems, better relationships, into communities, into blue harmonic networks, into making her own node stronger, into something another generation can use? That's how a warrior becomes a steward. Not by becoming weak, by giving a more intelligent assignment, by giving power a more intelligent assignment. And this is the fucking plot twist. After everything, you still look good. Seriously. After the psychological pressure, fine. After the lonely nights, still fine. After rebuilding the self-worth, you're still fine. And I'm not talking about your face. I'm talking about your maturity. I'm talking about your presence. Your presence has weight. Your eyes carry a beautiful history without needing to broadcast tragedy. Your walk has a decision behind it. You're not wandering. Your peace doesn't look borrowed anymore. Yep. Your boundaries doesn't sound theoretic. There is masculine structure and feminine fluidity sharing the same vessel, and you look good. You look good. You're strong without becoming hard, soft without becoming gullible, open without being available to everybody, protective without living in a permanent warfare, disciplined without becoming sterile, whimsical enough to laugh but grounded enough to govern. That is a grown-ass energy. Big stepper. That is harmonic maturity. And that is what pressure was supposed to destroy, but instead, baby, pressure refined the instrument. Ashe. Alyssa, you are fine. Ashe. My whole collective, we fine. We established. The gold center is now walking inside a blue world. That's where this message meets the larger planetary harmonic timeline. You're not supposed to remain alone in the center forever. The center steward eventually enters relationship. The gold walks. The God walks. The blue responds. Node encounters node. One intelligent meets another, and now the test becomes different. Can you remain centered while connected? Can you collaborate without losing authority? Can you receive love without surrendering discernment? Can you allow somebody else's brilliance without becoming threatened by it? Can you stand beside another powerful node without needing one of you to shrink? That is where this new harmonic becomes civilization instead of personal development, and your history trained you for something strange. You have learned how to stand alone. Now, some of you are going to learn the more advanced lesson, how to stand together without collapsing each other. Thank you. It runs in the family. Ashizzle. That is why the gallery cannot remain private forever. Your craft was developed in solitude. That is fine. But some of the greatest architecture begins there. But eventually the doors open, and maybe not to everybody, not too recklessly, but the work needs to circulate. Your music, teaching, technology, your design, your knowledge, your business, your presence, your way of seeing. Your way of seeing somebody else needs to encounter it. Because the art that never leaves the studio cannot become the part of culture. And harmonic intelligence that never enters relationship cannot become a network. This is why the next portion of the corridor is not merely about protection. It is about selective participation. Who gets to see, who gets to hear, and who gets to contribute? Who can hold proximity while trying to possess? Who can hold proximity without trying to possess the source? Ain't that the truth? Who recognizes the work instead of merely recognizing the attention around it? Those questions matter now. So understand why people may be confused at this time. They expected someone exhausted at this time. They expected somebody seasoned. Or they expected somebody exhausted, but they got somebody seasoned. They expected somebody with instability, and they got someone who's organized. That's right, Alyssa said it. People are weird. They want to own you. Right. They want to consume. But there's just black holes. A lot of you are black holes and big bangs. You don't only consume, you got something to bring. Okay? They expected you to be desperate, toothless, prostitute, but instead you have discernment. They expected you to be a bitter bitch, but no, you establish boundaries. They expected you to need everybody, but you have learned how to stand with yourself. You want to talk about true knowledge? They expected you to remain defined by what happened to you. You started building an identity from what you created afterwards. They expected the old scenery to keep commanding the same person, but the compass moved. And now the scenery is having to renegotiate. That is like literally where we are. You just gotta stay stationed. Stationed, secure, and erected in your node. You should. Yeah, you made it up the mountain when it used to be a hierarchy within yourself. Now you're here and you're established, and now we're networking, all of us. That's the next harmonic. Complete circuit in myself, for real. Complete circuit. So here we are winning. Come on, for real. My bad, I need my glasses. I need glasses. No, I don't. I want to see if I can find Casey real quick. Oh yeah. I just want you to know, guys, my soul, my love is yours. Feel the flow, let go, see my love, so on fire. Got it. Set your soul on fire with me. I just want you to know, God is my soul, my love is yours. Feel the flow, let go, see my love, soul on fire. Feel the heat, promote God. I just want you to know, God is my soul, my love is yours. You do not need to prove every suspicion to prove your development. That distinction is crucial. It's critical. Your elevation is evidence of your work. My family. It is not automatic evidence that every interpretation you have ever made was correct. That is maturity. Maybe some things happened exactly as you believed. Maybe some situations were more complicated. Maybe new information will arrive. Maybe the evidence will support certain conclusions and collapse others. That's fine. But let truth win. Your victory does not require every theory to survive. Your victory is that whatever actually happened did not get the final word over the person you became. That is so fucking much stronger. And now, the command is simple. Keep fucking going. Human being, to just abandon them now. Keep going. Because your hands have more to make. Keep going because your mind still contains architecture you haven't built. Keep going because your voice has transmissions you haven't spoken. Keep going because another coherent node hasn't encountered your signal yet. Keep going because somebody has not walked into your gallery. And the thing you create may finally give them language for what they have been unable to explain. Keep fucking going because this is no longer only about survival. Your work has become a full-ass transmission. You have become the craft. That is what all those nights produced. You don't simply make the thing anymore. Your relationship with life became part of the medium. Your standards became part of the medium. Your restraint, all of it entered the work. That's why imitation can only copy the surface and still miss the signal. Because the signal came through development. You can't bullshit that. Nobody can download your years. They can copy your format. They cannot copy the person who has survived long enough to discover why the format even exists. So beautiful soul star majesty, do not romanticize what hurts. Do not minimize it either. But take the information and keep the evidence where the evidence exists. Let legitimate wrongdoing meet legitimate accountability, and let the divine handle what belongs to the divine. Let the law handle what belongs to the law. Let another person's consequence handle what belongs to them. Let Virgo keep sorting the information, just like you sorted your internal. Now the universe is sorting shit out on your behalf. The universe has receipts. The field is fucking intelligence, bro. The womb we're in, the field we're in, the all-seeing eye we're in, you don't miss nothing. Let the law take care of it. And let Pisces dissolve what no longer requires residence in your emotional body. Let the corridor finish revealing what came to reveal. And for you, keep building. Alyssa, keep going. Keep working on your business. Keep fucking showing up for it. Build the spine. Develop the solar network. It's not going to be overnight. Long arc in that bitch. Build the life that makes surviving look like the smallest chapter of your story. Because they may have expected your breaking point, but instead they are witnessing your building point. Ain't that the fucking truth? And now here you are, standing inside a familiar scenery within a different coordination, a living standard, a coherent center, a node capable of relationship without self-erasure, and an artist whose life entered the art, a steward who knows the difference between intuition and evidence, a leader who does not need permanent warfare to understand power, a future ancestor realizing that what you build from here may outlive every person who ever misunderstood you, and that is bigger than proving anybody wrong. You have survived. Good, now create. Jupiter, Patal. You learn protection. Good, now learn to circulate. You found the center. Good, now let the coherent node recognize one another. You've learned how to fight for your life. Good, now build a life that does not need fighting to feel alive. You became the standard. Now the scapegoat became the gallery. You became the whole exhibit. In this new harmonics. Ashe, I claim it. It is beginning to have somewhere to live. Thank you for the work you've done. Thank you. Ashe, thank you for the space, the capacity, the availability. Thank you for showing up. You became the standard. That's the testimony. That's the art. Ashe, and repeat after me. Life, family, is beautiful. Life is good, and I am home. Ashe, go Nova. Star Commander, out.
Enter the Quantum Monthly Report, a multidimensional transmission through the cycles of the cosmos and align with codes and activate your inner architect. This is the weekly report, continuous flow of energy, alignment, and alive activations. Tap into the currents, move with the rhythm, and step into the field. Stay connected, stay aligned. I'm looking forward to seeing you soon.
You thought you were isolated, you were stationed. You took that isolation and became a whole fucking node. I'll see you guys tonight though. We lit.
Thank you for receiving this transmission, Soul Star Majesties. If your heart is moved to support this mission, come on. Support the mission. Love offerings, Ashe. Much gratitude. The Ricky Dicky Dick.